morning, Abby.
Good morning. How is everyone?
I know here in Queensland it is very cold this morning. It's about 8 degrees, which probably isn't as cold as where you are in Victoria, Abby, but I'm not used to this weather. So struggling. um, so Abby, tell us a little bit about yourself and Pianto's Pest Control.
So, a little bit about me. I'm 24 years old. My work and education history has always sort of been focused about teaching. I did 5, 6 years in early childhood prior becoming a pestie. So a big career change.
That
So
is
the business
huge.
I work, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Um,
What made you make the change?
so a my it's always our office manager, his partner and my partner are brothers.
Yep.
And so he sort of got wind that, towards the end of last year, I was working 3 different jobs, studying at uni, and just being just all over the shop basically. And I was looking for something a bit more regular, full time, sort of more career based. And he just let me know that Pientos was hiring and reckoned I'd be a good fit. And here we are.
Wow, that's crazy. What were you studying at uni, Abby?
So I was studying occupational therapy.
Wow. So you have literally gone from a completely different industry, completely different.
Yes.
Is this something you saw yourself doing? You ever expected?
No, and I've never really thought really much at all about pest control. It was always something that, it was something else someone else did. And my idea of it was very much or the old school exterminator with the fumigation chemicals and the big tenting of houses and things like that. So very, very different to what I had in mind. But
Wow, that is honestly incredible. Same for me. I came from a completely different industry. I'm not a technician, but I now work in admin, and it completely changed my mind too. It's
yeah,
amazing how different it is from
yeah.
what you expect. So tell us about Piantos.
So Pientos is now owned by my boss, Chris, previously owned by his father. So it's a family business, originally based in Rutherglen, which is about a half hour away from Albury Wodonga, down towards Victoria. There's 5 of us on the team at the moment, and we're a pretty close-knit group. And we all like it that way and might keep it that way if we can for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Um,
So did you know they were going to nominate you for this award, or was it a bit of a surprise?
Chris and I sort of joked about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm pretty good, aren't I? You should, nominate for me for this." So
Confident.
it was
Yeah.
sort of just a bit of banter and things, and then he actually did, and which was awesome. He's a really awesome boss, and he gives a lot of validation and feedback and things like that. So knowing that the work I'm doing like pleases him, and he's happy with me and things like that. So it wasn't really this sort of out of the way reach for validation or anything.
Yeah, reading your nomination, he honestly seems like one of your biggest supporters.
Yes,
Some of the things he
definitely.
mentioned were your attention to detail and your organization and your ability to bring ideas forward. How do you find in this industry bringing ideas forward as a relatively new woman to the industry? Do you find your ideas are recepted well? How do you feel about that?
So I think it sort of starts off like I'll ask a lot of questions. I'm very open to learning. I've always, a very academic history. And so I'll ask a lot of questions and then just sort of be, okay, so that's what you told me about. What about this? And literally just throw my ideas out there. Open to criticism or sort of like, no, that's a dumb question, sort of thing. But so far, like Chris, yeah, one of my biggest supporters, has been awesome and will actively ask me, oh, do you have any ideas about this? And we'll collaborate on things. And
Yeah, I read him. You came up with some new ideas for rodents, which he mentioned was an area that needed expanding within Piantos. And he said customers went for it. So well done. That's huge.
Yeah, so that's we're building a lot of momentum in rodent proofing as opposed to just baiting. Down where we are, a lot of rodent issues, obviously, a lot of bushland, country life, and things like that, and like the weather extremes as well. So winter gets really bad for rodents as they all come indoors.
Yeah.
So that's something we've been building momentum on, and a lot of collaboration has been on.
That's incredible. Well done. So I know this is a broad question, but what has winning the Trainee of the Year meant for you?
It's sort of as I said, like I get a lot of validation and appreciation and things like that already from Chris and my team in general. We're all, as I said, pretty close knit, and we all bounce ideas off each other and things like that. But I think winning it just sort of, it sounds sort of obnoxious, but sort of setting an example. So coming into the industry, still, not even half a year into it, maybe for other females who are in the admin and have sort of had a little interest in doing field work and things like that, and just sort of setting sort of that precedent that it doesn't matter if you're a girl in a male-dominated industry, you still have value, and your ideas still can build up this awesome idea and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I have spoken to many women after the conference, and you have inspired more than I think you realize. I have spoken to dozens of admin girls who are now thinking, maybe I should do my traineeship. Maybe I should get qualified. And that was all after hearing about you at the breakfast and hearing about your accomplishments. So yeah, hats off to you. That is super impressive. What's some advice you'd offer to any women who are thinking about doing their traineeship?
Just go for it. Like at first, the physical side of it, you get a bit discouraged. And as well, because the equipment's made for men and grown men, so it can be a bit hard. I'm only like 5'4", so I'm relatively short and small, so it can be a bit of a hindrance sometimes. But like if you're in the right team, and if you're an admin in a team, that if you are or not, that they'll adapt and change things and make things work, which my team has for me, and Chris has done his own sort of bit of engineering things to accommodate for my tiny hands. But yeah, seriously, just go for it. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Stay in the industry still, for sure. Girl power. But you won't know until you try.
Exactly. So, Abby, what is your favorite thing about the job?
I think it's that every day's different.
Yeah.
Like you have the same sort of jobs, like you go to a baiting job or, a rodent job and stuff, but meeting the different clients, the, limitations or issues they might have, and that problem solving. So that constant engagement, it's not just that lull mundane, this is what I'm doing every single day, sitting at a computer doing Excel spreadsheets. Nothing wrong with that, just not for me. But yeah, just that change, that difference every single day.
Customer relations and problem solving and getting to help people.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So rapid fire questions. What are your hobbies outside the pesty world?
Outside of work, I'm a very much lazy, I guess. I just like to sit and watch Netflix and just hang out with my partner and my family and things. I enjoy camping. I think that's basically my main consistent hobby. I tend to drift from different little things that catch my interest.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It sounds like you have a good work-life balance and relationship with stress management. So speaking of stress management, what is something you do to unwind at the end of a long day?
I'm a big sweet tooth, so just binge out a little on something yummy. Just treat yourself.
Love it.
Just get in your comfy trackies and your hoodie in winter or whatever you're comfortable in, and just literally just zone out.
Perfect. I love it. So, favorite movie?
Oh,
It's hard, hey?
Yeah. I don't know if I have one. I would have it. It'd take me too long to think of.
Same. There's just so many good ones.
A classic
Yep.
that I can quote word for word: Anchorman with Will Ferrell. So yeah, I'll go.
We are going to be friends. I love Anchorman. Fantastic movie. So obviously you have a sense of humor.
I like to think so.
Which is great. So favorite pest.
I think at the moment I'm really interested in the termites. I think it's just awesome, and the whole colony and how they work, and yeah. But then also rodents taking a lot of interest in as well. So both sort of ends of the scale, I guess.
Yeah, perfect. So favorite piece of equipment.
The Birkmeyer backpack.
Okay, and why is that your favorite?
So the way it's engineered, it sort of curves to your back, so there's no extra padding or anything, and it tapers down to the bottom, so you're not having to sort of lean to side to get your last of your juice out. And
a bit ergonomic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Perfect. So if you were going to give anyone, male or female, a pesty tip that you've learned, what would it be? Can be something totally simple. Anything simple, just a little trick or tip you've learned along the way.
Oh, there's so much I've learned. But it's okay to be pesty and still not be okay with certain pests.
Is there any pests that you're not okay with?
Cockroaches, can't stand them, just makes me want to gag. But you do what you got to do. It just means maybe a double pair of gloves and tucked in overalls into your gloves sort of thing.
Perfect. Great advice. So another broad question, but is there anyone in the industry that inspires you the most and why?
Oh, definitely my boss, Chris. As I said, he's my greatest supporter, and it's just this wealth of knowledge and just awesome. But also just all the women, like the fact we have a women's group, and we're working together to support each other and stuff. So that's an inspiration as well. As like coming into a male dominated industry, it's easy just to be sort of felt like on the wayside. So finding out there's other women and we're striving to have our own recognition awards and things like this is awesome.
It's incredible, isn't it? Myself, I'm really new to the industry, but the support I've received from all the girls in the PWAPM has been incredible. And
yeah.
I never realized that there was a safe place for women in this industry. I've worked in many others like yourself, and I've never had a space like this. So it's something I know I really value as well.
Yeah.
So PestiCon, that was your first time going this year?
Yes, it was.
What were your thoughts? What did you like? Is there anything you thought, you'd like to see next time?
I think it was the first time I've ever been to like a business conference. So the whole thing was just new and exciting. And I think just the whole idea of it is just awesome. Like having the supplies there, the ability to network with other companies and stuff around Australia and even some like outside of Australia. And things like that, and being able to sort of touch base with the suppliers and stuff and actually getting to know them on sort of a relatively more personal basis rather than, oh, that's the guy I order my chemicals from, like better, sort of thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, just the whole idea of it and the presentations and the execution of it all was just awesome.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is in this industry, there is no gatekeeping. Everyone is so willing to share their ideas and how they do things and what works for their business and what didn't work. And that's one of the things I found incredible, just how willing everyone was to share their ideas.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an awesome couple of days.
Yeah.
So what are some changes you would like to see within the industry in the future? So it can be near future, can be very distant in the future, but anything you'd like to see.
I think more women techs, I reckon, would be awesome. Obviously there's a lot in the admin and, you know, doing both, like sort of some of the field tech and then some in the admin. But yeah, just more I suppose enthusiasm and sort of like that inspiration to just give it a go to try tech work. Like it's a game changer. It's so different. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Also, equipment more easily accessible for smaller hands.
Yes, definitely. Well, maybe that's something you could do yourself. That might be something coming up. Equipment endorsed by Abby. Speaking about things in the future, what can we expect from you next, Abby?
I don't know, me just doing my thing. I sort of joked around and said, oh, maybe next year if I might go for female pest manager of the year if I'm lucky, sort of thing.
Honestly,
so
the sky sounds like the limit with you. So honestly, do it. Apply. I'm honestly so inspired by everything you're achieving in such a short amount of time. It truly, you must have so much passion for the industry, but dedication to expand your knowledge. Not everyone would be where you are right now in such a short amount of time. So you should be so proud of yourself for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
So do apply. Definitely do apply. So last question. What are your plans for the $500 prize money?
So I have received it and I'm that boring person and I put it into a savings account to buy my first home.
Abby, there's nothing boring about that. That screams responsible. So well done. Well done. That's awesome.
I was telling everyone that if I was able to cash in the Novelty check at the casino, it'd be a whole different story. But
I think it's that they didn't give us cash. Hey, it could have been some eventful nights at the casino. Thank you so much for sitting down and taking this interview. I know you've got to start work very shortly, so I really appreciate getting to meet you a little bit more.
No, thank you for the opportunity.
If any other women out there are interested in becoming a trainee, are you happy for them to reach out to you and possibly, get some advice from you one-on-one?
Yeah, for sure. I've posted in the women's group before, and I'm in the Australian Pest Managers group. Just try and find me. If it takes a few days, it's just my Facebook privacy is sort of locked up, so everything gets filtered through and things. But yeah, go for it. And even just reach out to your team members and other techs that like are part of your team and just ask.
No problem.
There's no dumb questions. Seriously.
I love that. There really isn't. Well, thank you for sitting down with us again, Abby. I really look forward to what's coming next for you in the future, and I hope you do apply for the Excellence Award next year. Definitely do it.
I will.
No problems. Okay, well, you have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Abby. Bye.